Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Jack with Sioux Falls Dent Repair. Today I'm going to talk to you about leveraging tools that we use to go ahead and allow us to push on damage on panels. Basically kind of how I got the idea for this. So I had a video the other day that I was actually talking about the hood prop here that we actually use from B&D to actually hold panels in an upright position. So this panel, basically this locks in, hooks into upper and lower latches, and allows the hood to stay in this position without it flopping around or trying to move up or down while we're trying to work on it. So I had a question that one of our viewers actually asked, how do you go about basically pushing on the damage if it's not removed? So they were basically assuming that remove the hood panel and then we push off of whatever it's anchored to or whatnot. So we actually are able to gain leverage from the basically panel that we're actually be pushing on it. Anyways, it's easier for me just to show you. So basically, we've got a couple different hanger options here that I kind of showed you in the preview or the first clip here. So what these do is they actually hook onto the panel that we're working on, and they allow us to go ahead and push off of the damaged panel. So kind of the first original go-to for a lot of people for quite some time. Let's see if I can get this camera here. Was actually the S hook. So this is a pretty common, you know, back when I started, this is what everybody used. The other tools that I just showed you weren't even available at the moment. These work good. They've got their certain situations and stuff like that, but you'll actually run into the point where they'll bend. So as you can see, this one's supposed to be hooked around like so. This one actually has been bent from being pried on or used, which is not the case in these other hangers. So we don't really use these a whole lot unless it's a real special situation. I basically just keep it in the side tool bag just in case, but it actually doesn't even normally sit on the actual tool cart here. So some of these other items, so this is actually an edgy hanger, so ironically I didn't even notice, it's actually in the background. So this is actually the first generation edgy hanger. So what this does is allows you to find a hole in the bottom of the, we're going to use a hood for an example here, find a hood, hole in the bottom of the hood and actually hook this tool into it. So as you can see, it's had plenty of wear and tear and it's still kind of beat up a little bit and whatnot. I got some chunks of paint missing, not the end of the world, whatever. It's basically bulletproof anyways. But you actually hook this into the top part of the tool or hood and then it hangs there, and then this allows you to stick a tool in here and actually pry off of it. So for extremely easy demonstration, I just grabbed a tool. So actually hook this into a hole on the bottom side of the hood. So just kind of show you what we're talking about as far as holes in the bottom of the hood. So example here, this is a 2005 GMC Yukon. So it's got a hole here right in the front. We can actually hook that tool right in there and it'll actually hang there and it won't, you know, it's good to go. So what that allows us to do then is insert a tool. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. And then we can actually create a prying point or leveraging point from the hood itself. So we can actually twist this tool, or tip it, I should say, pivot it, and then it'll actually push out dents that we have access to directly from the back side. So, all right, let's see. This gimbal thing is still trying to get used to it. So, basically, this is the version 1. So it was basically, you know, very strong, everything like that. But the version, I don't even know if this is actually like the 2.0, but it's like the newest version. As you can see, it's got a couple different extra holes. Well, the other one has a hole in it. First off, a lot of people wonder, why is this hole down here? Like, we don't have any tools that are typically that small that we're going to be using with this type of a tool. But what this is actually to hook another one of these into. So, say for instance, I need to work and I need to have the tool down here more so versus up here, or I need to change the leveraging point for whatever reason, maybe it's the type of tool I'm using, whatever. This allows you to do it. So you can actually hook another one of these into itself and go about doing your dent repair. On the newest version, they're actually black, so this is kind of like a first release prototype that I actually got from Dave. Was nice enough to give me one. But this actual hole here is actually just an added point of leverage. So like this PDR Finesse, the small tool here, that fits in there absolutely no problem with plenty of room to spare. and it just creates another point of or leverage point. I believe that was actually the thought between I think Daniel Graham was actually the one that probably came up with that. Which, I mean, he's a big tool kind of guy, and a guy that likes to modify stuff. You know, everybody's always heard the bench grinder, so, and I don't blame him. So, anyways, he actually, I think, recommended originally that hole there. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the situation was. So that's basically the 2.0. Again, it's available in black. Go on edgytools.com and buy one of those. This is actually another hanger that we use called the step hanger. So what this allows us to do is actually do the same thing, but it allows us to have different points without having different hangers. So no longer do I have to piece together two different ones, or maybe I need that little sweet spot right in the center, something like that. You know, this allows you just to do an instant change up. So you could come in here with this, fix a dent with the top hole, and then go, oh, for this next one, I need to drop it down just a little bit. Okay, well, you've got another spot and another spot. This one here actually works really, really well. This isn't the best truck that we demonstrated on, but on some of the newer Chevy pickups, they actually have a lot of the trucks actually have a big opening in the headlight area when you take the headlight out. So that's where these really come in and shine, because you can hook it on the top part of the fender, like the holes up and over here, and actually hang it down. And that'll allow you to get, you know, access with a tool and adjust on the fly. You're not having to like, hold on, let me go get another hanger, or let me, you know, pull the tool all the way out of one of these other holes, for instance, to go ahead and change its position. This one allows you just to simply slide over and down, over and down, boom, boom, boom. So works really fantastic. I think actually, now that I think about it, I have a couple more of these. Since I'm talking about hangers, I might as well just bring all of them out. These are actually, this one here is the Ninja hanger from, again, from Edgy Tools. This is a fantastic idea. James Giles actually came up with this and recommended it to Dave there, and that's how they made it. So, you know, what the heck is this for? Why is it all, you know, squared off or rectangular shaped? This is actually designed to hook a dent dial into basically one of these. So, should have had all this ready, huh? So you can actually hook the Ninja hanger on there. And so this is the dent dial. This is the 22 HD. I don't even think they make this anymore. Now it's a 24 inch, if I remember right. But I could actually go in there with the dent dial, and now I've got a leverage point for a dent dial. As far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, I don't think there's another hanger in the market that actually allows you to leverage a dent dial, unless you get like some type of a strap style hanger, which is not going to be anywhere near as solid and as just strong as this, and nice, and it's just, the nice thing about this is it's a nice flat edge, so you're not having to worry about it shifting or anything like that, because it's all solid metal. You're not dealing with like a rope style strap, for that matter. And then this guy here is actually made for just the bigger types of rods, so where maybe you can't get that tool in there, or you can't get your tool in that hole there. You've got the bigger option here. This one also, maybe even the tool itself isn't that big of diameter, but the tip is. So like, let's say you've got a big round ball tip on a double bend, something like that. You can get this in there and be good to go. Another thing that applies obviously to this, you can actually add on to this one as well, and add the added length as well as on the Ninja. You know, so you just got another option. I'm not sure if I know the new ones of these are red. I'm not sure if they have a hole in the bottom. They probably do. And I know that they also upgraded the strength of them. So I can't imagine. Apparently, I don't know if somebody did or whatever, but apparently there were some first gens of these where people actually broke the tip off of them. Holy cow, I cannot imagine having that much power and bending. Not only bending, but breaking one of these off. I mean, sure, these little chintzy little S-hook things that are super cheap, yeah, I could see that, I bent one myself. But to actually break one of these off, they must have had maybe a manufacturing error. I don't know. It almost sounds like it was improperly used or something, because holy cow. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Ford new like F-250 roofs and everything like that are really strong, and I actually have heard of people breaking carbon fiber hail rods on it, which is just insane. But man, you got, anyways, so that's kind of mind-blowing to me to even think about that. So anyways, so I hope that kind of cleared up some questions as far as leveraging points on a hood. Obviously all of these tools are actually applied to all the different other types of other different points on the vehicle. So like this guy here, I've used this specifically in like a taillight pocket. Again, typically on like a truck, I want to say off the top of my head, I think the Honda Accords have a really big taillight opening, so you can actually get this in there and allow you to have multiple points to pry off of or get leverage off of. Also, like door openings, I've used them on that. I mean, it's kind of one of the things you just gotta kind of get creative with it and just play around with it. That's why it's so important to have all the different options. That way you can basically approach it from multiple different thought processes and angles and change up stuff. Say all right, let's just put it this way. For instance, say you've got this hanger here and you got this one and you need it to hang down a little bit lower, but not quite that low. I mean, you could just simply hook it up there into the top hole and you're golden. So now you've just added what, 1.5 inches at least upwards of the whole entire mechanism. So anyways, that's part of the reason why it's always good in this industry to think outside the box and really just have a real problem solver mindset, I guess, if you will. So anyways, so if you guys enjoyed anything on this, feel free to go ahead and hit the like button, share it with your friends, whatnot, other dent guys, all that kind of stuff. If you guys want to go ahead and reach out to us directly, got a question, got a dent, anything like that you need help with, anything, I'm more than happy to talk to you. 605-250-1023. You can also visit our website at SiouxFallsDentRepair.com. So let us know as far as what did you guys learn on this? Did you guys like the hangers? Do you have another option as far as maybe what you guys use that's maybe it's a little bit better? I don't know, whatever. But anyways, we appreciate all the feedback from these videos and we look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Take care. Have a good night.